All right, yesterday, my next guest actually posted an article on this title, The Champ. Tyson Angelos bet on Trump-Canada plan. I want to bring in CB1 Capital Management founding partner and CIO, Todd Harrison. Todd, first, this act that the governor, who's a representative, was all about what happened with Angelos. Yep. And Weldon Angelos. Tell us the story, because not everyone is necessarily familiar with this.
Sure. Weldon Angelos is a fascinating human being. I've known him for a number of years now. He was arrested and convicted for selling $900 of cannabis and was sentenced to 55 years in federal penitentiary. President Trump pardoned him and commuted his sentence during his first term. Weldon and President Trump subsequently worked on the First Step Act, which was the last major criminal justice reform. As a matter of fact, Pam Bondi, during her confirmation hearing, referenced the First Step Act and actually said there was more to do there. So the op-ed yesterday from Mike Tyson, Weldon Angelos, which went wide on Fox,
right,
expressed their point of view. They've known the president for a long time, that he's going to be a man of his word on his campaign promises. He has promised to finish rescheduling, promised states' rights, promised banking, and promised clemencies, and we think he's going to fulfill those promises.
You've made a personal big bet on this.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, you're a huge guy. You were a huge guy on Wall Street. And you kind of, said, okay, this is the next big area. And for a while, it was huge. I mean, we're going to probably get a chart and show when President Biden was elected, these stocks went through the moon. But before that, they really were the hot stocks, in part because it was always assumed the federal government would remove these laws.
Right.
And once these laws are removed, you can have intrastate banking and everything else that you need for an industry to grow in this country.
Yeah, I mean, you have to understand, the U.S. legal cannabis industry employs 450,000 people. Last year alone paid $4.5 billion in state legal taxes, and it's in over 40 states right now. What happened over the last 4 years is really what didn't happen over the last 4 years, from Cory Booker laying himself down to Chuck Schumer using this issue as a carrot and a stick to President Biden really gaslighting the American public, and has put the cannabis industry, the U.S. legal cannabis industry, in a real difficult place right now. And we need help from the president.
Right.
There's no shame in admitting that. The industry believed that Biden would follow through on his word. That ended up being a big lie. President Trump has said that he was going to do this for the U.S. cannabis industry. We believe he was going to do this. We have 450,000 workers who can't get banking. We have stocks that are forced to list in Canada. They can't even list on the U.S. exchange, and it's the antithesis of Make America Great Again. It's the antithesis of America First, and he has the opportunity to fix that, and we think he will.
It's ironic is even toward the end of the campaign, when it was clear that Harris was falling behind with black voters, particularly black men, she put out a plan. Part of it was including help black men open up marijuana shops. I mean, they would just use this all the time. And I live in Jersey, and I would see the commercials with all these, black kids, and hey, we're going to have black businesses. They issue 44 licenses. None of them were even black people. It's just like one party has used this as just to get your vote and to play you. So I know you must be a little skeptical. Like, how confident are you that President Trump will be the one to make this happen?
Well, I'm glad you asked that, and I defer to Weldon and Mike Tyson, who have known the president for a long time. They've said the president is a man of his word. He's a few times on the campaign trail said what he's going to do, and I think we've seen so far in his first 3 days, he's done what he said, and he said what he's done. And we think the same is going to be hold true for cannabis, and we look forward to it. The industry looks forward to President Trump.
And what's the index for you, that MSOS, right?
MSOS, we advise MSOS. It was $50-some-odd when Biden took office, and it's 3 and change now.
That's a damn shame.
Well, it's a shame. And listen, political reasons aren't the only reasons, but if this is the mirror image, if the red sweep is the mirror image of the blue sweep, when we had the blue sweep, you had 3 months straight up, 4 years of pain. This potentially is 3 months of pain, and if we see something from the president, maybe the industry can get a bid again.
Todd, thanks a lot, my man.
Thank
Great
you.
seeing you.